Welcome to the Zone. Today we're going over Yahoo Fantasy's top 20 running backs and how I think they should be ranked. As you can see on my left here, these are the Yahoo rankings of how they are at the moment. There's a lot that could change between now and the draft. There's injuries and trades, so make sure you stay updated on all that stuff. Well, let's get into it now with the Tier 1 guys. So, Jonathan Taylor, I think there's a reason why he's a consensus #1 running back. He was last year, and I think his situation got better than it was last year with the addition of Matt Ryan, so I think this is going to be a given. Let's keep Jonathan Taylor here at 1. Austin Ekeler at 2, though. I'm not so sure about that. I'm actually going to put him down into this 2 rank here. I'm really high on who they just drafted as backup, Isaiah Spiller. I think he's going to eat into his production, so I just can't justify having Ekeler there compared to some of these other guys who I think will be more bell cows. Christian McCaffrey, now he could be a bell cow. The only problem is he just hasn't stayed healthy in the past 2 years, so I really got burned on him last year, so I think just for the fact that he hasn't stayed healthy in the past 2 years, let's put him down in this tier 2. But if he ends up panning out and he ends up staying healthy, he's going to end up winning you your fantasy league. So don't let him go too far in your league. Just put it that way. Next on this list, Derrick Henry. I think he should be the #2 running back here. He's the focal point of that offense now with the departure of Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. And he's going to be the main factor there. So they're going to lean heavy on him. He should be in there in the #2 range. Dalvin Cook, yeah, he deserves to be there. He's the bell cow of that offense. But I'm going to add another person here who I think deserves to be in this tier 1. This might be a hot take, but I'm going to say Joe Mixon, just for the fact that every year he always puts up running back 1 numbers. And this offense that is there in Cincinnati with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, that's going to be something special moving forward. So I just see that offense continue to get better, and Mixon will stand to gain from that. Next is going to be Christian McCaffrey. Yep, so I think he deserves to be there. Ekeler. I'm actually going to put Najee Harris above Ekeler. I'm not so sure about that offense. I'm not sold on Trubisky, but I really like Kenny Pickett, so maybe later in the season that offense could be something very good. But even if not, Najee Harris seems to be somebody that could, still produce a lot of points despite not having that great of an offense as we saw last year. I'm actually going to put Chubb before Ekeler too. Chubb, he shares time with Kareem Hunt, but he did last year and he still produced running back 1 numbers as well. So I'm looking at this year's offense compared to last year, and it's probably going to be rough the first couple of weeks. But when Deshaun Watson comes back, this is going to be a special offense. I think that we might even see Chubb's production go up even more than we did last year. So I think he deserves to be a little bit in that higher upper tier, second tier grade. Ekeler. I'm actually going to drop Swift pretty far down here. I'm not sold on the Detroit Lions. Like, DeAndre Swift hasn't had a 1,000-yard season yet, and this Lions offense still looks like a rebuilding team. So I just don't see him running the ball much. I'm going to drop him down significantly. Leonard Fournette, though, I'm going to keep him there just for the fact that it's Tampa Bay offense. You got Tom Brady there. They run the ball. He's the bell cow. So I'll keep Leonard Fournette there. Let's see. Saquon Barkley. The thing is, I'm already going to put Javante Williams over him. Let's kind of put him a little bit further back here. So Javante Williams, I really like his offense just for the fact with the addition of Russell Wilson. So he's going to be a little bit better I expect him to be better than he was last year. I'm actually going to put Cam Akers over Ezekiel Elliott. I'm going to put Elliott a little bit further back here too. Cam Akers, he has a lot of upside because that Rams offense, they do run the ball a lot. And he seems to be like the goal line back. Darrell Henderson was really good last year, so I'm not sure if he's going to eat into the carries, but if you could get the bell cow for the Rams, I think tier 3 sounds about fair. David Montgomery, he's a guy that every year he seems to go down like in those mid-round ranges, but whoever drafts him, when he plays and he starts, he's putting up like double-digit points at least every other week. So I'm looking at that offense there. I think the wide receiver group did take a step back. I think the offensive line is kind of like in that mediocre mid-range. So I think that they probably lean on David Montgomery a little bit more. So I think this is that tier 3 range is pretty fair for him. Saquon Barkley, I'll keep him there because he has that upside to be, very like a running back 1 and put up those type of numbers weekly. But He just has health issues, and it's with that whole Giants offense, it's very iffy. But I can't let him go past the third round. Ezekiel Elliott fell back a little bit further here, just for the fact that he is an offense that's not very run heavy. They pass the ball a lot. So I was very frustrated having him last year. I didn't really want to play him over some of these other guys that I had. So I think he should fall back into this. I'll keep him here. But I will say, I think Josh Jacobs deserves to be a little bit higher. I think the offense there got a little bit better. I think he deserves better than Elliott. The offense there did get significantly better, I think, with Davante Adams. And so I think Josh Jacobs stands to thrive and be able to take advantage of the coverage that gets taken in with Davante Adams. So I see a bigger year for Josh Jacobs, so I'm going to put him in this a little bit of a higher tier. Swift, I'm going to put Swift at the end here, actually. I just like a lot of these guys better. Look, Alvin Kamara, if when he comes back, he's going to be a production monster. He still was with Jameis Winston there. Breece Hall, that's interesting, because like that all depends on like how good that Jets offense. Like, is Zach Wilson the guy? That's what it seems like it really comes down to. If Zach Wilson's the guy, they did add a lot of pieces to that offense, so Breece Hall has a lot of upside. So I'm going to keep him there. Actually, I'm going to push him back a little bit. Especially, I'm going to put Mitchell a little bit higher. Because he seems to be the bell cow for the 49ers offense. And that Shanahan offense, they run the ball a lot. So if he's the bell cow there, I see him doing better than Breece Hall and Gibson. Speaking of Gibson, I think the offense got a little bit slightly better. I'm not exactly sure if Carson Wentz is the guy. But it seems like it's a better quarterback situation than it was last year. So I think we're going to see maybe a little bit better production this year out of Gibson than we did last year. But yeah, that leaves Breece Hall and then DeAndre Swift. As I said, I'm not really high on that Detroit offense. I still think it's rebuilding. But yeah, that's my ranking. So if you want to take a picture of that and kind of build off of that. But yep, good luck in fantasy football, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. For more premium content, subscribe to The Zone.